Hello, friend.
Hello everyone, welcome back to the PTR. As you can see, we are here. We're going to be checking out Zarya in today's video. Just did a live stream on Chen and picking up where we left off. This is the new hero for Heroes of the Storm. What we're going to do, going to split this up into a couple of sections here. We're going to dive first of all into try mode. We're going to look at all of her abilities, see how they all work. We're going to look at every single talent that she has as well. We'll come up with a talent build.
Do something.
Sorry, it's talking in my ears. Sorry, it's putting me off. God dang it. Then we're going to, come up with a talent build, queue up for a quick match, and bring it into an actual game. See what we make of it in an actual game, and what our final thoughts on her are. Here are her skins, by the way, just to show you. Nice colors there. That's a pretty cool color. Her master skin. Pretty fancy colors. Very nice indeed. And here we have this Thunder Guard skin. Definitely like a World of Warcraft vibe to that. I'm not sure exactly what that's based off. Feels like a Stormheim type thing from World of Warcraft, in my opinion. I don't know. Oops, I clicked off the wrong thing. We're going into try mode. Here we go. And we're loading up. Let's check in with chat. Alright, we're live, but we aren't. Grand. Alright, we're still catching up with where we were. That is fine. Let's lock onto the main screen right here. And let's go into this. Alright, cool. Here we are in the game. Let's take a little look at Zarya. So, if you have played Overwatch, she is an Overwatch hero, and she ports pretty much directly over from what she does in that game. She doesn't have an energy bar. Instead, well, she doesn't have a mana bar. She has an energy bar. Every time your personal barrier or shield ally absorbs damage, her energy is increased by 1. So basically, she can give herself a shield, she can give her ally a shield. Whenever they absorb damage, it's going to generate energy for us, and whenever you have energy, it increases your damage. So each point increases the damage by 2%. So with 100 energy, you're going to be doing 200% bonus damage. That's pretty huge. Your Q and your basic attacks do damage. Your heroics both do a little bit. Well, one of your heroics does a little bit of damage. But for the most part, it's empowering your basic attacks and empowering your Q. Your Q is a little skill shot. You go, boom, it explodes. Pretty nice. It's got an 8-second charge. And your energy also decays by 3 per second, so it does wear off after a little while. Let's go over those abilities once again. So our Q, you launch a particle grenade. It does some damage and half damage to structures. It's a pretty long skill shot right here, as you can see. For example, we come over here, fire it in. There we go. Pretty good splash damage. Alright, nice. And that's our charges all gone. But we're level 20. It's doing fairly substantial damage, all things considered, with such a short cooldown. You know, it's only 136 damage, but it is splash. It's a large skill shot that's fairly easy to land. It's going to add up over the course of a fight. As your personal barrier, 12-second cooldown, it gives you a very big shield, 1,200 shield. Your max health isn't the highest of warriors, but it's still okay. But that's a large shield at level 20. You can also give your ally a slightly smaller shield. They both last 3 seconds and have a 12-second cooldown. Fairly straightforward. Her basic attack, by the way, is like a channel thingy. Well, kind of. It's like Tychus, so you can, in theory, like stutter step quite quickly. It's obviously going to be difficult to do to reposition. And it also does damage to people in the line. But for the most part, you're not going to be stutter stepping very often. Like, you probably want to shoot for a bit, shield up, shoot for a bit, back off, shoot for a bit, shoot for a bit. You're not going to want to stutter step too often, or you're going to want to fire for the most part. Give him a shield, give ourselves a shield. Alright, cool. And bear in mind, actually, that this is going to be doing 200% bonus damage as your shield stacks up as well. So that's kind of important to note. Okay, look, our thing is stacking up loads. How much is this going to hit for now? The shield is wearing off. Here you go. It's going to hit for about 300 damage with that. Alright, pretty good. Arthas is running away. I mean, with the Mal shielding us, we do a fair bit. Okay, the shield ran off before we got away with it. It's pretty cool. I like it. But yeah, she is obviously a very supportive type warrior. Bringing those shields for your allies as well. Let's take a look at her talents and see how this is going to change things around. Demolitions Expert. We got a quest here at level 1. 2 quests here at level 1. This is the first one. For every 5 enemy heroes hit by particle grenade, its recharge rate lowers by 0.25 seconds up to 2 seconds. Then, when you've hit 40 enemy heroes, its radius increases by 15%. So you have to hit 40 heroes to max out this quest. It reduces the charge from an 8-second cooldown to a 6-second cooldown, and it'll increase the radius. That seems fairly good. That seems pretty good. Yeah, it's going to just stack up nicely into the game, and will presumably combo with other talents later on in the build as well. Together we are strong. Every 22 damage done by allies while under the shield thing contributes 1 energy, 25 energy per shield. So, I mean, you're going to put this on a squishy hero. If they do damage within those 3 seconds, I mean, 22 damage for 1 energy. So you need about, wow, like 500 damage for 25 bonus energy. That's going to be a really nice way to stack up your energy for sure. That could be pretty good too. Yeah, I like it. Feel the heat. Your basic attack deals 50% additional damage to enemies in melee range. So your basic attack range is about that far at max. If they come closer, I presume if they're standing about here, I don't know exactly where on the animation that's going to be, but roughly there, you're going to do 50% additional damage. That seems fairly decent. Let's see if Malph's going to die here. Is he going to bolt out like he did in our Chen video? This guy's a beast. Look, he's just spinning. He don't even get a shit. He's going to survive, probably. Maximum charge. Regen globes instantly grants 20 energy. Oh no, he's going to die. Okay, rip. Spend 120 seconds at or above 50 energy, and you gain an additional 25 maximum energy. Bear in mind, this is going to be 50% potential bonus maximum damage, and also giving you more leeway on that decay as well. So that could be kind of cool, and give you a bit of more pressure in the lane. I'm initially leaning towards Demolitions Expert as the one that could be kind of fun to play with. We'll see as we go, though. Let's grab that for the time being. I am the strongest. Personal Barrier absorbs an additional 300 damage. That's at level 20 scaling. Okay. That's a pretty small thing. That's pretty small. It's about a 25% boost to the strength of your shield. Let's actually set our level back to 20 here, so we don't get too far ahead of ourselves in terms of the numbers. Give me 20. This is the one I saw people use in our other games, and it seems really cool. So, Regeneration Globes increase the shield ally amount by 15 up to 300 permanently. And that's up to a 30% increase, or 33.333% increase on your shield. Actually, about 30, I don't know. It's a bit less than 33.333. Yeah, it also reduces permanently the cooldown of shield ally by 3 seconds. So you get a much more powerful shield on a much shorter cooldown. It's going to really help you protect your allies a lot. So that could be an amazing talent for being this supportive warrior. A bit like Tyrael, or a bit like Tassadar as well with the shielding. Kind of awesome. Speed barrier here as well. Your shield ally is going to increase allied heroes' movement speed by 25% for the duration. Alright, that's pretty interesting. So a little 3-second speed boost. That could be good for some heroes. Defensive shielding. Upon expiration or breaking, they both personal barrier and shield allies, so both of your shields, reduce the damage of the next 2 basic attacks. Oh, that's very good as well, within 12 seconds. So, oh, that's fantastic. So, your shield, for as long... Yeah, alright. I throw my shield on myself, it breaks. The cooldown lines up with the duration of this. You get 2 stacks of block, and the good kind of block. That's obviously going to be fantastic against heroes like Greymane or the Butcher. Giving yourself block, giving an ally a targetable block. That's really, really nice. Really cool talents here. So, level 1, we've got a number of, for the most part, damage things. So, okay, do we want to make our Q do more damage and be more usable in general? Do we want to get more damage through our shield ally ability by generating more energy, more damage from being close to people, or more damage by just having more energy and being able to generate some with regen globes? Pretty cool. Level 4 is all defensive stuff and really nice options there. I love her design already. Let's grab, give me 20 for now, I suppose. Let's also fire some of these in here as well. Alright, here we go. Pinpoint accuracy. Grab that. Particle grenade deals 40% more damage to enemies hit by the center of the blast. Interesting. Upon expiration or breaking, personal barrier explodes, dealing 219 damage to nearby enemies. So it's this is essentially reciprocate, but for Zarya. Maybe a little less powerful on her, because she is obviously ranged. As a ranged warrior, you're not going to be as close. So this might not be super useful. Not as useful as reciprocate, but it seems pretty powerful. Actually, this will also do bonus damage. That will do up to 600 damage then. And I mean, 600 AoE damage at level 20 if you got max energy is pretty powerful. And bear in mind that your personal barrier is what is generating all of that energy. So if you soak up all that damage, yeah. Okay, never mind. Explosive barrier is pretty cool. To the limit. While above 50 energy, your basic attack size has increased by 35%. I presume that means range as well. That could be pretty good too. Alright. Or hit me. Damage absorbed by Zarya's shields contributes 20% more energy. Very interesting. Unfortunately, we missed that regen globe. That was kind of bad. Let's take a look at this and just see how large the central area is. Okay, it's pretty small. It's pretty tiny. And it does obviously less damage to structures. But I mean, if you can aim that well, maybe. Maybe. It's kind of tricky. Interesting. Alright, 2 heroics here, and these are very different. The first one is Graviton Surge. Launch a bomb. We're going to check both of these out. So this is the first one. Going to launch a bomb. It's this big. After 1 second, it's going to detonate and draw enemy heroes towards the center. Let's throw it out. Okay. Draws enemies towards the center. So it's kind of like a big root. Big AoE root. Obviously going to be great with wombo combos. It's going to depend on the particular builds, but that could be pretty sweet. Whatever. I'm the strongest. Okay, Expulsion Zone is the other one. 45-second cooldown. So much shorter cooldown here. Launch a gravity bomb, deals damage. Okay, and creates an expulsion zone for 3.5 seconds. Enemies who are enter the affected area and knocked back have their movement speed reduced. Okay, let's try catch Arthas with this. How about it? So we hit him here. He's got a pretty slow travel time. You can see it's knocking back those minions. Does a little bit of damage. It's kind of like Holy Ground by Tyrael on steroids. And this could be pretty nice as well. Like, it's one of these short cooldowns heroics. It's pretty cool. Alright, Arthas, you're going down, son. Very interesting. Level 13 here, some pretty cool stuff. Okay, so first up, Unstoppable Competitor. Personal barrier makes you unstoppable for up... What does that mean? Up to 1.5 seconds. My guess is that if our barrier fails quicker than that, if it gets destroyed, it's going to grant you unstoppable as long as it's active and for a maximum of 1.5 seconds. So if your barrier gets destroyed in 1 second, you only get 1 second of unstoppable. Sort of like how Iron Skin works with Johanna, but obviously a shorter unstoppable. Pretty cool though, pretty powerful. Spell Shield. Yoink. Personal barrier grants Spell Shield upon breaking. And it's a very... Oh, it's like a super Spell Shield. It's like the Lunara Spell Shield for 3 seconds. So 75% reduced ability damage. And that's on a pretty short cooldown, so that's pretty good. Only on personal barrier, not on shield ally though. While above 75 energy, you gain resistance, reducing all damage taken. So you could go for a legitimate like maximum energy build right here. Maybe Together We Are Strong. Into, I don't know, something else for energy here. I don't really know. This would probably give you more energy as well. Then Hit Me, more energy. Yeah, be like super tanky. You could really go for a super tanky build with this, being at max energy and doing stuff. Interesting. Pain is temporary. Activate to consume all energy. Gain a shield that absorbs 0.5% for max health per energy consumed. So from 100 energy, that's a 50% max health shield. Lasts for 3 seconds. Alright, that's pretty good as well. That's pretty good. So really nice defensive options here. They're all very cool. I have no idea which one's going to be best. I would assume it could vary actually quite a lot depending on the comps. So, I mean, Spell Shield, obviously, if they've got abilities. Unstoppable, if you're worried about CC. This, if you're maybe going to be in more of a sustained fight with some melee heroes, something like that, you're going to be able to charge it up pretty well. Or then just general utility, that can be pretty good. Alright, let's grab Pain is Temporary, and let's try it out. Let's give him Alpha Shield. Yeah, you can see against just Arthas is actually quite difficult to maintain any sort of energy right here. You got Plasma Shock. Particle Grenades slows movement speed by 35% to enemies near the center. I presume, once again, this is the... yeah, this is like that little center area. The same area as before. So it's very small. It's very, very small. But potentially the radius does increase when you finish this. Let's actually test that out. Let's come down here and shoot this while we read these other ones. If we toggle cooldowns, I presume we can just spam and say, yeah, nice. Okay, maximum charge. Get ourselves a big ass shield. That's pretty cool. Apparently the toggle cooldowns leaves you on... Does it leave you on full energy? Q generates energy. Is that correct? Why is that? No, I think it's... Okay, no, it is the toggle cooldowns is just refilling our energy to maximum charge. Okay, fair enough. Spam these out a bit more. Cool, cool, cool. Maximum charge. So we need 40 of these. Alright. Basically, we're doing this to see if that center radius increases. Maximum charge. Alright, this is the basic one. Looks like that. And then this is the bigger one. Yeah, it does make the area a bit bigger. It's still pretty small, though. 15% increase on a small area isn't that big, but I mean, that could add up. That could add up for sure. We also have Cleansing Shield, and this is the one that really stood out to me. It's really cool. Shield Ally removes all disabling effects. It now removes things like stuns and slows and presumably silences as well. That is pretty epic. That is pretty amazing. Now, the main difference here, this is cleanse on a 12-second cooldown. If you pick up and finish this quest, it's cleanse on a 9-second cooldown. However, with cleanse obviously lasts for a second, so you can pre-cleanse stuff. You can also, you know, it protects people for a second then from more CC. Whereas with this, you can't pre-cleanse it, and you can instantly be restunned again. But still, at the same time, that's a very, very awesome looking ability. This is probably going to be the most important one at higher levels of play. We'll see exactly how things go, though. Shield ally gain train here. It's going to make shield ally. Grant an untalented shield to a nearby ally upon impact. Yeah, we can't even try this out because we only have one ally here. But that obviously is going to be pretty good for defending if you don't have anything that's worth cleansing. I'm born in battle. Ooh, while at or above 75 energy, your cooldowns regenerate 25% faster. That's pretty damn good too. So that's a lot more shields. That's for yourself and your allies. Just more of these. Is it all of your cooldowns? All of your cooldowns. It's also your heroic as well, I assume. That's pretty powerful too. So you got a really interesting high energy build. We'll test it out in the game. We'll see how much energy we are typically generating. Level 20 then. Okay, the Graviton Surge duration is increased by a second, making it a 3.5 second, basically, root. That's pretty powerful. It's kind of like Mosh Pit, except it's not channeled and it doesn't stun them, it just roots them effectively. And it does 319 damage, so minimal damage over the duration. 10% of a squishy's life bar, I suppose, over the 3.5 seconds. Okay, clear out. Increases the radius, so this is the default radius. This is the bigger radius. You can see it's a fair bit bigger. What else does it do? And increases your max energy temporarily by 10 per enemy hero hit for 10 seconds. Let's talk on minions for a second. We're going to see if this gives us energy. Okay, so we have like 80 energy. Here it goes. Yes, it does give you energy. Okay, that's cool. So it increases your max energy and also grants you that energy. Pretty cool. Grenadier. All particle grenade charges are returned at once. So that's pretty nice, especially if you have like a 6-second cooldown on that. It's gonna, every 6 seconds you get all 4 things back. How fast can you spend these? Got a second cooldown. You basically gonna have unlimited grenadier charges. You got no mana, so you can spam to your heart's content. That's pretty awesome. Unyielding Defender. Activate to reset the cooldown of personal shield or personal barrier and shield ally. That seems really useful too. Making yourself more tanky, and double shields, potentially double cleanses. Awesome. Zarya looks amazing. Let me see. Let's actually reset our talents. Let's pick a build here. I think we're going to try Demolition's Expert, see how easy it is to stack the quest. Same thing would give me 20. We're going to try Explosive Barrier, see how that goes. We'll try Expulsion Zone, probably. We might try Pain is Temporary. It's in high energy. Well, we'll see what we need in the game. Probably Pain is Temporary, just to see how that works. We're going to try the Cleansing Shield, see how that works. And I guess we might even try then this and make it kind of difficult to play and see how we do. How does that sound? I think it sounds pretty good. Let's hop back to the chat here, see how you guys are doing. And yeah, let's queue for a game. Get going here. Alright, let's get her a mount as well. Alright, I already set her up with a mount. Good.
Ready for duty.
When I bought her, I got her a mount. Looks like we don't have a long queue. Yeah, so Kerlupus, you're saying how reliable is keeping that high energy going, though? I don't know. We can't see in try mode. We're going to find that out in this particular game. Something like Zarya riding a horse seems wrong. Seems like she should be carrying the horse. Yeah, man, you're so right. You're so right. You love how Zarya with her freaking particle cannon is fighting knights, because that's not unfair. Well, I mean, Reinhardt is a knight in Overwatch as well, kind of. Well, he's got like a rocket mace, to be fair, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see. She seems like she could be a really good hero. I'm really excited to try her out. You're sitting here waiting for the stream to start, not realizing I have to press play again. Whoops! Yeah, so in case you guys don't know, I split the stream, I stopped the stream and then started it again just to basically set this up properly. Yeah, effectively, just to set this up properly so I could get it up on YouTube quicker. And actually, speaking of that, let me just very briefly while we're doing this, if you're on YouTube, you can feel free to skip ahead if you like. I'm just going to make sure that we have this video going up onto the YouTube channel as soon as possible. Export, excellent. Let's set that to private. Okay, let's go up. We'll fix the thumbnails and stuff, so that should be pretty good. Do relationship talk in the meantime. Andre, what do you want to know about relationships? Let me tell you everything. I am such an expert. I never fail in relationships. Yeah, I'm probably not the person you should ask for advice, but if you want to ask me for advice, you can. Let me know what you want to know. Let me know what you want to know. Nubkek versus nubkeki. Ah, good question, Kerlupus. So, we're nubkeki on Twitch because I've used the username nubkeks for over 10 years now. I had an old Justin TV account for nubkeks for whatever reason to watch something back ages ago. That got integrated into Twitch, and there was a time period where you could recover your username. I didn't do that because I wasn't on Twitch at the time. I had no interest in streaming at the time. I didn't know anything about streaming at the time. I just saw this email. It's like, recover your username. I was like, I don't even know what this site is. Like, whatever. I didn't get it. And now it's apparently just gone forever. And it's like, no one can have it. I can't have it. No one can have it. As far as I know. I mean, if the Twitch channel grows really big, maybe we can talk to Twitch and get them to switch the name. There you go. Golden Birdster asks, how can you avoid relationships? Well, that is an excellent question, my friend. That is an excellent question. If you just, I don't know, just don't talk to women or men. Actually, just don't talk to anyone. That's probably the safest option. Let's be real. You run a risk either way if you talk to anyone of somehow being caught up in a relationship. So I think the safest thing is just talk to people on the internet and keep all your private details private and you'll be fine. Great. Andre says, I actually have no questions about relationships. I just love hearing you wander off topic from Heroes of the Storm. I'm gonna get so many angry comments on YouTube. They're like, for God's sake, man, talk about HOTS. Talk about HOTS. Oh, people probably want to know what map Zarya will be good on, what composition should be good on. I imagine she'd be pretty good with melee assassins, being able to shield them and cleanse them. That's pretty useful. The supportive nature of her could open up some interesting support compositions. Helping out, like someone like Brightwing, like helping out a Brightwing with deal with burst, thanks to giving shields. And yeah, I don't know yet, because I have not played a single game on her exactly, but yeah, I don't know. I think she looks pretty cool. And like, the supportive warrior niche is like a niche that hasn't quite been filled. Tyrael does it, and Tyrael is very strong. So I'm very curious to see what she's going to do. And she has lots of similarities to Tyrael by applying the shielding and then having something that's very like Holy Ground. It's going to be really interesting to see how she plays out. I feel that, what's her skill rating? Medium. Okay, that's interesting. I feel much like Tychus, the stutter stepping is going to be difficult on her for a lot of players. So we'll see how that works out. And it's going to be interesting to see how it works out aiming the particle grenades as well, whether that works out. I don't know. But yeah, I mean, she's basically the exact same as she is in Overwatch. Just Expulsion Zone is new. But everything else is her base kit, so that's cool. She translated well. She might work well with Malf. Yeah, she would work well with Malf. Yeah, for sure. In a lot of ways, like Malf is doing all that spread AoE healing. She provides that pinpoint shielding. And then obviously that, what's it called? Frickin' hell. What are you called again? The Graviton Surge obviously combos well with his roots. So there you go. Zarya and Medivh, so many shields. Maybe. Maybe. You might, there might be counter synergies there though. Like you throw the Zarya shield on someone, Medivh makes them invulnerable. Hey, Zarya doesn't get any energy from the shield because half of it is just blocked by the Medivh shield anyway. Did this not work? Oh, last person. This would be good. This would be really good game as well to get. We have a support. We've got double warrior. We've got a ranged assassin. Presumably if that's another assassin, balls. Alright. Well, we tried, everyone. We tried. How do I feel about traditional marriage losing its appeal in modern capitalist society driven by money and greed? Interesting question. I wonder how much money and greed affects traditional marriage. I don't know. For sure, it's a big change to how marriage works. I think education is a large impact as well. It's just our lives are so different from our biology. It's like, what age? I'm curious actually, Andre, where you're from. Like, what is the normal age for getting married? I would say here in Ireland, it's probably around 30 or something. Probably around age 30 is relatively normal for getting married. I know in the United States, or at least in some areas of the United States, people get married a lot younger, like in their early 20s. And then in some areas in Europe, they don't get married at all because they don't believe in marriage anymore. Like in Sweden, I don't think they get married. But yeah, I mean, in the past, right, you hit puberty, you probably get married when you're about 12 or 13, something like that. You have to start having kids from then, and women are just churning out kids because they can't stop having kids. And then you die much younger, and most of your children die as well, like, as, you know, they miscarriages or they die young. That's the way it was. It's such a different world we live in. It's so different, right? Whereas now it's like you get married at 30, you're like, okay, we're going to have 2 kids, live in a nice house. It's going to be very, very different, right? Very, very different. I don't know how much money and greed affects it. Like, obviously, I guess you have 2 people who are working and doing careers. That's one of the things that I find difficult, like considering the idea of settling down at some stage. It's like you got 2 people pursuing 2 different careers. That's obviously not a problem you deal with when you're, you know, in school or in college or something, because you're in school or college together or nearby to each other. Whereas, you know, as an adult, what if it's like, well, I want to go work in Germany now because I see this German dictatorship question down here. What's it like? All right, I want to move to Germany, and they're like, I don't want to move to Germany. I want to move to New Zealand. You're like, well, shit. So that's funny. By the way, Golden Bird, sir, you think Zarya works best with weights? I'm gonna kill myself for that joke. Works best with weights. I don't get the joke. Sorry. I don't get it. Explain it. I'm sorry. I don't get it. I'm a bad person. Also, how's my German dictatorship and democracy doing? I only ever did the one thing. And that was for fun. I don't remember why we did that. But it was fun. German dictatorship. I don't know. I must play some more Democracy 3. That was... Yeah, it was Democracy 3. That was a good game. That rant got dark very fast. It wasn't a rant, man. It was just deep, man. Just life advice, dude. It's all over the place here. You have some people getting married in early 20s, some in late 20s in the Czech Republic. That's interesting. Yeah. I mean, it is dark, but it's the truth, right? That's how the world was. It's so different now. But, I mean, I think fundamentally, you live longer and you work more, or the modern workplace. And that's why, like, a lot of people are unhappy. A lot of people are unhappy. It's capitalism and just how society works. Because before it was like, you're just busy, you know, working the land, having lots of kids, dying a lot and being sick. And being like, oh shit, if we get sick, we're just going to die. Oh no. And yeah, it was very different. Whereas now it's like, get up, work 9 to 5 every day and come home, watch TV or whatever, play games and go work 9 to 5 again. And get midlife crises and stuff like that. It's lovely. This is very dark. Dear Lord. This is Zarya wait time? Holy shit, man. Zarya is not. Zarya's shocked. Look at this. She does not know what to make of this darkness. Because she's a weightlifter. Oh, she's lifting the weight. Oh, I get it, right? Yeah. Andre saying, my girlfriend wants to get married to me someday. Well, that's a good start to this thing. The earlier the better. You don't feel like being an adult yet, 24. What do, nub? Well, how long have you been going out for? That's an important question. It sounds like you guys are in a good spot, though. Like, if you're legitimately... It sounds like you're very comfortable with each other. I would guess you've been going out for a few years or something. If you're talking about, like, hey, want to get married to you, and the earlier the better. That's good. You're secure in a relationship. 4 to 5 years now? Yeah, okay. That sounds pretty reasonable. Yeah, I mean... get married when you want to get married, dude. I don't know what it's like in the Czech Republic. It's obviously going to be different attitudes to marriage everywhere, but I mean, don't need to rush into it. You're probably comfortable and committed to each other as it is. And in my opinion, that's how I would look at it. It's like you're committed to each other as is. So it's not like anything bad is going to happen if you don't get married. I would say in Ireland, you are denied certain rights as a couple if you're not married. So you do want to get married. Like you and your children are denied certain rights. Because married couples and married families are, in the Constitution, better than unmarried families. We had a debate on gay marriage last year. And people talked a lot about marriage, but funnily enough, they ignored that completely, which was ironic. Alkiso's one of those that avoids relationships. Oh man, they can be good. They're simultaneously the best and worst things in the world. That's what I think. But yeah, I'm like, if you're cool and you're committed to each other, and the marriage thing isn't a big issue, then it's okay. You know, you can just like wait and get married when you're ready to, because you know having that financial security and knowing where you're going with your careers and everything is good. So yeah, I don't know. Andre saying what rights, like lower taxes. Yeah, it could affect taxation a little bit, not sure, but it's also stuff like deathbed type things, inheritance. Like in the case of an emergency, if someone is like dying or in a coma, you don't have rights because you're not the next of kin. You're just like their housemate or something. It doesn't count. Or adoption rights as well. But yeah, it's mostly in stuff like in the cases of emergencies. But it also carries over to other stuff as well. That was basically that was what the gay marriage argument was when that was discussed here. It was like, well, gay couples should be allowed to get married because they're denied, and it was like about 100 or 200 things, specific things. They're like, we can't get these because we're not married. Things that actually affect some people's lives. And I was just sitting there going, well, what about people who are together but not married? They don't get those. Isn't that a problem? No one wants to talk about this? No? Okay. Never mind. Yeah, there you go. This is so deep, man. This is so deep. Some people are like, I hope we never gets a match. We just keep talking. Just keep talking here. And some people are like, please get a match as quick as possible. I've seen too many friends go through horrible relationships and destroy their lives. Yeah, it sucks, man. For the most part, I'd say my friends have had good relationships overall. Yeah, I'm getting to the stage now where people are like starting to, in the next few years, or even now, they're starting to have kids or start getting married. That's that kind of age. So that's fun. That is fun, man. I'm 25, by the way. So yeah, 24, things were pretty chill. 25 now, it's like, whoa. Belcoot 31, welcome. Well, might need to rename the stream to Live Talk, says Curlupus. Yeah, well, we started off as a Zarya stream. However, we sat through 2 very long queues. The first one, someone just didn't queue dodge. But, yeah, so we just degenerated or elevated, whichever way you want to look at it, into talking about life talk and stuff, relationships and things like that. Got that old wise man vibe. Life talk and forever queue. Yeah. It's fun. It's fun. Yeah, I also think that, speaking of marriage and stuff, I think that there's a very bad understanding of relationships in society today, particularly in media, and not media that really is in the newspapers and so on, but just in like movies and books and things like that. Romance is overemphasized, in my opinion, and that's why we have so many unhappy relationships and unhappy marriages and lots of divorce in Western cultures. It's bad. Because there's too much heroes of the hashtag deep. But yeah, I mean, there's too much emphasis on, you know, romance and the feeling of being in love, and there's not enough emphasis on marriages, partnership, and commitment, and working together, and yeah, just, you know, being cool, being able to work through things like communication, cooperation, support, mutual support. Yeah. It's too much about like, oh, like, you love him and he gives me butterflies in my stomach, and that's bullshit. Because as anyone who's been in a long-term relationship knows, that's not always there. You'd call it transcendent, Golden Bird, sir? Thanks, that's good. But yeah, what do you want in life? Well, transcended, not elevated. Transcended is a better word. I like it, man. What do I want in life? Oh, here we have a game, guys. We'll finish off with it. Did you actually know? I'll finish off with this one tip. Apparently, the most important thing you can do to have a happy life, guys, is to marry the right person. That's the thing. If you choose the right marriage partner, that is the biggest thing you can do. The biggest single thing you can do to have a happy life. There you go. Life tips. Life tips here in the Zarya stream. And we are going into a game. And we didn't get Warhead Junction, but we did get Braxis Holdout, so happy days. We do have a double warrior team. We've got myself and Zarya. We have an ETC as well. We have Kelvis for some burst damage, and Azebo for some sustained damage, and we have a Malfurion healing. We're going to see if that Malfurion Zarya combo does work out, and we may indeed go for the Sucky in bomb, considering the combos we have here. The enemy team has a Chen solo warrior. They have Uther for support. They have Gul'dan for some sustained range damage, and then they have Nova and Zeratul for some burst. Should be pretty interesting. Should be pretty interesting. SCV, stop. Stop. We probably kill this real fast. Oh yeah. That's cool. Fast attack speed. Pretty good. So many artifact pieces. My quest on live servers would be loving this. No one else is doing this apparently. I'll do it all. Russians do everything. I should do the whole rest of the stream in a bad Russian accent. That would, I'm sure you guys would love that. Anyway, what do we want to build here in this particular game? Are we going to go with the same build before? More damage closer to the enemy? Probably not. Damage done contributes to shields. We might not want that because we might be shielding Malf against these people. We're going to go for Demolitions Expert. Try stack up this quest and see how well it stacks. I think it's a pretty good choice overall. Gonna shield up Malf here. Alright, Malf. Knock yourself out, buddy. Alright, kind of hard to hit some of that thing. Oh yeah, look, we do nice splash damage with our basic attacks to these waves. That's pretty cool. Yes, give me shields. Give me shields. We're a bit of a bully here. I like this. I like this hero. Okay, we're taking some stupid damage from that. We don't really want to do that. Actually, we probably should have gone for regen globe things. Because there's regen globe spawners on this map. I didn't think about that. We'll get the regen globe quest next. It's gonna be fine. I meant to press W, didn't quite manage it. Yeah, it's pretty cool that you can poke with this Q. It's gonna be an interesting thing to see how much it matters to maintain a certain amount of Qs. You know what I mean? Wow, he blew up quick. Holy shit. I'm gonna blow up quick too. I'm dead as well. Holy crap. I did not expect Malfurion to die there, and then I did not expect to die either. But we're up to 10 out of 40. Seems like this is a pretty easy quest to finish, actually. Seeing as we're 1 minute in. Has been pretty hectic, though, so far. Give me 20 at level 4 is what we're going to get. Which is going to increase the shield ally absorb amount. Which will help with that burst damage we just witnessed. Holy crap. And, yeah. Give us more shields. It's going to be really nice. Their ganks are working out pretty well for them, apparently. That's pretty nice work by Kelvis, though, getting some good damage down. We're going to grab this for our teammates. Malf is solo laning. It's not a great way to do things. But he's giving us some energy. That's great. Danger, danger. Alright, unfortunately we are a level behind. That makes things a bit rough for us. We give ourselves a shield, help protect through all this as much as we can. Focus on fire on this Uther. We don't seem to do very much damage, at least so far. But that's understandable. We haven't been able to charge up our energy too easily. Gonna get the... Give me 20, should be pretty nice. We'll give ourselves a shield. Get a nice chunk of bonus damage. Thank you very much. Try catch him with that. We didn't quite catch him with it. Want this regen globe very badly. Thank you. No shield for you, my friend. I think you're going to die regardless. Yes, you are. I can't protect you from that. But we are charging up our thing, and that's pretty fantastic. I probably want to save up some of these Q stacks. You can see that it's kind of difficult to maintain the charges. Hit me. Thank you. Okay, I think he missed. TC is out of mana. The Zeratul seems pretty smart. See, he waited until my shield was over. Yeah, I'm dead. Alright. Yeah, the Zeratul is pretty good. He's pretty good. He's definitely making it difficult for me to commentate and play at the same time. I don't appreciate that. I think we'll try an explosive barrier here. Maybe hit me. I think this looks pretty difficult to do. I think we're going to try an explosive barrier, see how that goes. Looks like we've got that top lane locked down so far. We're going to come down and help out our teammates down here at the bottom. Could be Zeratul coming in to kill this Kelvis. No, he's up top. We're going to come up here. We're going to run. Hopefully we can... Okay, nice kill. Nice kill. I'm coming in. Okay, we don't care about chasing her, you just want to stop them charging up their thing. There we go, we picked her off. Nice, nice, nice. We're going to rotate down to our teammates who are having a bit of fun down here. See if we can help them out. We got a lot of Q stacks ready to fight. So let's see what we can make happen. Do we have damage here with us? We have a Kelthus. Give him a bit of a shield, see how that helps. Helps a little bit. Here's a shield for everyone. Alright, cool. Your damage is fairly low. Zertul's probably there. We're going to grab this regen globe, get our quest going. We've got 3 stacks so far. And we've got 4. Alright, good. We're going to get explosive barrier, should be nice. Alright, we've got a larger wave of Zerg. That's fantastic. That's exactly what we want to see here. Here's the reciprocate thing I was talking about. Pretty cool. Does a bit of damage. Yep, it's basically reciprocate. Cool. Give him a shield for what that's worth. Fire some of these ends, doing some damage. Or damage we can. Nice, nice, nice. There's a Zeratul nearby. Need to watch out for that. Yeah, he's coming in for some splash damage on our team. Bit scary, but not too scary. Okay, they do some damage to me, but not too much. Throw that in there. Alright, pretty cool. Zeratul's here. Okay, we're just backing off. Alright, cool. It's nice being like this, very... not having mana. It's a pretty big deal. I'm gonna grab this. I don't even care. It's mine! Can't get me, Uther. Or maybe you can, I don't know. Nice root by Malfurion. Getting a lot of damage down. Probably should have used my shields to get more damage, but that's okay. We did what we could. That might protect him a bit from that. Okay, cool. Let's tap a well. We've actually been sustaining quite nicely with just the Malfurion and these regen globes. We haven't need to worry about that too much. I want this regen globe very badly, which is why I'm going in so hard. Yeah, he walked into that. Sure did. I was hoping that would catch him more than it did. Didn't. Alright, we're gonna grab this regen globe as well. Up to halfway through our quest now, I believe. Yep. Thanks, friends. Oh yeah, we cannot get out this way. I think I'm dead. Yeah, I'm dead. This Zeratul arrives every time. Every time. I thought there might be like a way we could go in this way. There's nope. There's not. There's not. There's a wall. There's a little corner you can go into and cry. But that globe was worth it, right? Right? Probably not. We died a lot. It's not great. We're dying Zarya. We're feeding here. We're feeding for the sake of globes, and that's not good. Explosive barrier? Yeah, I'm interested about this. Expulsion Zone or Graviton Surge? We're gonna try the Graviton Surge. We want some more, like, engage for our teammates. Help them out that way. Come down towards this bottom lane. We're going straight for that globe. We don't even care. We don't even care. They have level 10 as well. A little bit scary. Okay, I really want to fire off a big heroic right here. Haven't quite got the opportunity yet, though. Your ideal target. Maybe that. Wasn't great. Wasn't great target right there. But we'll take it. We have this locked down. Long cooldown on that, though, but we're going to get a regen globe. So worth, right? Maybe. Interesting. It seems very dodgeable. My initial impressions when I was just looking at the ability descriptions was that this was the better heroic, but I'm kind of leaning towards the other one. I'm also realizing how difficult it is to... Wow, it's a big Zerg swarm for us. How difficult it is to actually maintain your energy. It's very difficult to maintain your energy. Very difficult indeed. Might go in here for a bit of a flank with our Zerg. Kind of stand in this for some energy. Hey, that works out. Nice. back here, you jerk. It's gonna be really nice when we finish this talent and get more regen. It was a mosh pit attempt, didn't quite work out though. Okay, nice. Not gonna actually get any much damage though. Yeah, we're probably just gonna die. Yeah. Our teammates were split pushing. I believe they took that took out that in the meantime, so that's good. We don't really have enough damage output, I feel, to kill the Zarya tool on our own. It's more sustained damage throughout the thing. This guy knows! He knows this is what I'm going for every time here. Oh my god, that damage is insane. Oh, I'm so squishy! I think I live. Yeah, boy. 60 health. Calculated! Nova's gonna snipe me now. Watch, watch, watch. No, we're fine. Hooray! Breathe a big sigh of relief, everybody. Breathe a big sigh of relief. But yeah, much like Zarya in Overwatch, you feel like a bit of a squishier tank. But the shields are huge, and it's all about those shields and using them well. Yeah, if we could help out ETC, that'd be great. But, Unstoppable would be kind of good. Spell Shield would be pretty useful, actually. We're going to get Spell Shield in this game. I think it's going to help a lot. And we're going to try to get this regen globe. Kael'thas looks like he's having a bit of a tough time down towards the bottom. This Uther is determined to make my life miserable. That totally whiffed, unfortunately. Oh no, it still stays there. I think if they work into it, do they keep taking damage? They probably do, which is a pretty big deal. If that is the case. Not very good at chasing, this hero. She's not very good at chasing. Her wave clear looks like it'd be pretty decent, though. We're pressing in up here. Okay, we want to be careful about this Zarya tool potentially ganking in and getting us. He's actually behind us, stealing that camp. That's pretty sneaky. He's here. He's gonna blink over the wall. Let's destroy this wall. Very slowly. Our damage without energy is pretty awful. That sucks that this bit of the wall is gone. Rip. Double kill. Triple kill. Nice work, team. Don't know how much I was really involved in that, but we'll take it. Let's see, how would you want to position? Like this? Yeah. Do that AoE damage. Just grab this regen globe too and wipe out the next wave. Looks like we have lost the bottom one. That's okay. ETC should hopefully live. He's winning the fight, in fact. We're going to soak this wave for our teammates while they go kill. There's a bit of a wind-up to actually shooting, so yeah, stutter stepping is going to be very difficult. And there you go, we finished our quest. We now have 9-second cooldown on the shield. That's pretty great. That's pretty great. Teammates have that locked down. I'm going to make sure that they don't take this back. We'll final little charge up bit. Obviously, as a solo warrior, we're not going to be too strong, right? We're not going to be too strong because a lot of our power comes from actually working in conjunction with an ally, especially with this build and this talent. We have finished this like ages ago, by the way. Finished this a long time ago. Looks like the enemy is not really coming here. We can maybe just leave. We can maybe just abandon that. Yeah, they're not going to get it anyway. Come down here. Help our teammate push in here. And it would be good. What we pick up level 16? Let's think a little bit in advance. Maybe the cleansing shield? Do they have stuns? Not really. Let's not get that. Let's get something else. Affects a second ally. That sounds good. Let's get a second ally. And that will also help us charge this up, I can only assume. Which would be lovely. Let's see how this works, huh? Kind of. It's a nice little zony type thing, anyway. Give him a shield. Okay, we're doing plenty of damage now. We got this shield. It's pretty good. This might kill Chen, right? Yeah, kill Chen. Sweet. Our energy is through the roof right now, and we're doing tons of damage. Look at this. Even our spells look scary. We're a monster. That double shield is really helpful for generating more energy. That's something I noticed from that. They're coming in on me. They don't realize I got my shield. Teammate's got a kill down to the rear somewhere. Can I get a heal? Can I get a heal in here? Be good. Shield for everyone. Pretty useful, right? Nice one, nice one, nice one. Yeah, we do a fair whack of damage to these structures and stuff. It's pretty good. Yeah, nice combo with the Malfurion for sure. Yep, definitely adds up to a fair amount. Pretty good. Battle Uther paying the price. Gonna shield up our allies because the enemy team is coming in. However, they are paying the price for being so ambitious here. Definitely a mistake on their part, I think. He should die to the explosion. Nope, he got back into his base just in time. Lucky him. He'll be happy with that. We're going to give our ally a shield here to make sure he gets out alive. Zeratul just about escaping in the end. Looks like, yep. We're actually going to take out this well. There we go. The well is down. That should be kind of helpful. Tyrion's in a little bit of trouble. We're going to give him a shield. Plus a shield to our other friend. He actually... Oh, shit. Damn it. That was pretty close. Anyway, let's get out of here. Good job, team. Well played, everybody. Keep us down. We just kind of fought at each other for a while. It's kind of funny. I will indeed help out with this merc camp. What are we going to get level 20? Unyielding Defender seems pretty amazing. Yeah, pretty cool. Alright, cool. So that in that fight, in a big fight, you definitely generate a lot of energy. In a smaller fight, not so much. Give him a shield, get some energy. Mercs barely do enough damage to get your energy, so she's not going to be good at taking mercs, apparently. You're not going to get enough energy to make it really powerful. We could potentially invade there. Okay, never mind. They got it already. I would imagine at this stage we're just going to win team fights. So that's good news. I feel like this Graviton Surge isn't a great initiation, but it could be a good combo initiation with someone. The double shield is fantastic. That's a great talent. I like that a lot. I like it a lot, a lot. Just kind of... Yeah, they're all dead. There we go. There we go. That's what we're looking for. Double million kills in one. Alright, and Zeratul with the late Void Prison, and he is running away. He's very scared. Let's get a boss. Boss. I want to do the boss just to see the boss. Like, I don't give a shit about winning. I want to see this boss, right? Now we can stack up on this boss. Now that is epic. Oh yeah. That's pretty cool. Oh, we don't even have the second beacon. In fact, they've got more beacons than we do. That's kind of funny. Wait, dude, let me tank it. There we go. There we go. Oh, I wouldn't stand in that. That's bad news. We want to see the boss just for swag points. I couldn't stand on it for some reason. But yeah, boss point purely just to see the boss. Not really for any strategic value. Obviously, if you were playing legitimately, you would have just run bottom and taken the core. That was the correct call. But the boss call is more interesting because it's a new map. And the boss has got cool animations and stuff. Priorities. We're going to harass them a little bit. Our teammates should win this fight. I hope. Hello, friends. We're going to get Unyielding Defender and try that out. These guys are going to come for me. That's rather unfortunate. We're going to give ourselves another shield right here. These guys are just going to kill me, apparently. That's kind of mean. That's very mean. Alright, so you don't have good escapes or anything like that. We're going to use the excuse we're just buying time for the boss, right? Just buying time for the boss. Imagine if we lost this game because of my stupid plays and calls. But, yeah. Obviously, once again, you're building into... I mean, the more damage is pretty cool. Yeah, we do have it controlled. That's fine. But this seems like the cooler one. And Yielding Defender, that seems like the more exciting one. I like the look of that. You can obviously stack up the spell shields. I kind of panicked and just use them on top of each other. But you could stack it up really well. This probably is GG. Radius and max energy. That could be pretty good too. I don't know, man. I like the unyielding defender, especially seeing as we've built into the shields so much in our other things right here. That could really add up to a lot. And yeah, I like Zarya a lot. She seems relatively weak as a solo hero, but she really thrives in larger team fights. Like very, very powerful in larger team fights. She can do a lot of damage, provide a lot of protection for her teammates. Maybe not a lot of damage, but she does a substantial, like a decent amount of damage. A lot of protection for her teammates. Like, they're kicking ass as is, but you can imagine, like, these shields coming off every 9 seconds. That would really have helped their teammates deal with this fight. It's pretty cool. It'd be interesting to see if she functions as, like... She's very like Tatar and very like Tyrael. And could she fit into that, like, sort of that flexy role? Come in and help our teammates out here. Well, that's a pretty good combo right there. That's a pretty good combo right there. Can't complain too much about that combo. Holy shit. Like, that's a lot of shields. That's a lot of shit. Like, that's a big... Oh, unfortunately I couldn't show it again. But that, as you saw, it's a big chunk of health added onto their health bar. I like her. She's very fun to play. Yeah. And definitely feel that supporty type warrior type thing. Yeah, I like her. I like her a lot. Let's check in with chat right here. See how you guys are doing. How do you say Barax's holdout in French? That's a good question. I don't know. As a range tank? Yeah, she definitely feels... It's like Zarya in thing. Let's give it to Malfurion. He was beast. Just like Zarya in Overwatch, you feel a bit squishier than other warriors, but when you have your shields, that's a huge power spike, so it's all about playing around those shields. All about playing that. Alright, Zoldenbird had left and come back. Well, goodbye and welcome back. Slawek11122, hello to you. Nice to have you here. Akizo saying Zarya feels like a hybrid hero, like Medivh with his shields. She doesn't provide much peel, though, until 10. No, she doesn't really provide... She provides almost no peel, but she provides peel just by virtue of being a tank, and just the shields on heroes makes them... Just makes them more defensive. You can see our damage output is better than ETC's. Malfurion went damage build, he did more. Compared to our damage tuners, it was okay-ish. You know, you're definitely less, obviously. Obviously, you're doing a substantial amount less than other heroes. Damage heroes, but you're still doing a fair bit. You know, sort of like moderate, I'd say moderate levels of damage, and it can stack up in team fights, right? In those team fights where you're at that max energy, that's a lot more damage, and in those situations you become something scary. But in sort of general laning, you're obviously going to be a lot weaker without that energy stacking up, unless you build into it differently, I guess. I liked the talent build we went for. Demolitions Expert, give me 20, Explosive Barrier, Graviton Surge, Spell Barrier, Gain Train. New Defender. I liked Gain Train a lot more than I expected. The second shield ally really helps with energy generation. And I didn't consider that the first time around. What are her other level 1 talents? Together we are strong. You know what? You know what? I'm liking a shield build. I'm liking the idea. That could work too. I'm liking the idea of together we are strong. Give me 20. Maybe Explosive Barrier. The Expulsion Zone. Spell Barrier. Gain Train, and then the Unyielding Defender. I'm really liking the look of that particular build. That feels like it could be really good to me. Obviously, Cleansing Shield potentially as well if you need that. That could be a really interesting build though. Doing a lot of shielding and then powering up your energy through shielding allies. That could be pretty damn good as this very defensive type tank, really supporting your teammates. But obviously you can mix up the builds. She seems really cool. I like her a lot. That is Zarya, guys. Unyielding might work well with that other active faded shield ability, just adding another to rotation. It might do. Yeah, I mean, like, obviously Unyielding helps you generate more energy, which is more energy to spend on Pain is Temporary, that's for sure. It also, though, gives you 2 procs of the Unstoppable, or 2 procs of Spell Barrier as well, which is kind of nice. Or, I mean, it also combos well with Endurance Training, because it helps you maintain that high energy. Yeah, a max energy build could be kind of interesting as well. I think the issue with this one is that it's difficult to actually generate the energy. I don't know. Like, how would you generate energy? Or also defensive shielding is also really nice too. That's tough. That's tough. Yeah, I don't know. There's a lot of things you can do with her. We'll obviously work it out as we actually... Those talent names, yeah, they're kind of funny. We'll work it out as we get to play her more. We see her on live service. We see her in ranked games with like high-level matchmaking and good players. And we get to see the statistics that come out like a week or two after her release. And we can actually see how stuff performs. But for now, she seems like a really fun hero. Really cool to have a ranged warrior, like a proper ranged warrior. You know, Rexar's a ranged warrior, but you got Misha. He's not a proper ranged warrior. She's a real ranged warrior. Short range, but still. A lot of fun. Really love all the defensive stuff, like kind of the Medivh feel, the Tastar feel, the Tyrael feel. Really, really cool. Very different type of playstyle to what we have so far. So, love having her in the game. She's fantastic. Give it a like if you like the video, guys, and you're on YouTube. Thank you, everyone, for joining me on Twitch, by the way. And, yeah, we'll see you guys all next time for more Here's the Storm. Bye-bye.